In the middle of the Philippines, there is a luscious green tropical paradise island. It is 20 kilometers long from north to south and 30 kilometers from east to west. The highest mountain is 2,058 meters high. Untouched nature. Lush rainforests. Numerous rivers and waterfalls. Palm beaches and turquoise water. Here, one is far away from stress and hectic lifestyles. Even though Sibuyan is a relatively small island, it has a wide range of landscapes. Mangroves along the east coast, beaches, bordered by groves of palm trees, extensive rice fields, mountain ranges which make up the bulk of the island, and along the west coast, mainly savanna-like landscapes. The diversity of tree species on Sibuyan Island is incredible. The World Wildlife Fund has counted over 1,500 different species per square kilometer. Apparently, there is no other place on our planet where you can find such variety in such a small area. The rainforests are in a well-preserved condition. The island's mountain structure will protect them from being logged for many years to come. Sibuyan is also home to an impressive number of animals. For example, there are over 150 different species of birds.
In 1997, I came to Sibuyan with a friend who planned to buy some property here. I totally fell in love with this island and came back in the same year to buy a piece of land at the beach myself. I now spend most of my time here, enjoying my beautiful garden. The nature Sibuyan offers gives me a lot of energy.
If you follow one of the many mountain trails, you will reach the Lagting waterfall. Its crystal clear water flows into a beautiful pool. The colors at this spot are fascinating. The best time to go is around noon, because that is when the sun shines directly into the pool and creates vivid lighting effects. It is well worthwhile to bring along a mask, because underwater the scenery is quite intriguing. Most of the time, you can be alone there, but sometimes you share this secluded place with children who couldn't wish for better playgrounds. They perform daring jumps from the highest rocks and clearly have a lot of fun. An appealing fact of Sibuyan is that you can drink out of any of the rivers without hesitating. They are clean. For years, the Katingas River has even been winning prizes for its pure water. With an elevation of 2,058 meters, Mount Giting-Giting has the highest peak on the island. It was first climbed in 1982. In 1996, the whole region was declared a natural park. Due to the rainforest, enormous clouds are formed around these mountains. Depending on the light, this can create fascinating pictures.
Vor 5 Jahren habe ich mein
5
Haus
years ago, I built my house here on Sibuyan, and since then, I have been living on the island permanently.
auf der Insel. Ich liebe die
I love this island because nature has always played a great role for me, and here I am in the middle of nature.
in der Natur lebe. Ich liebe Sibuyan, aber vor allem deshalb,
However, above all, I love Sibuyan because it has an entirely different rhythm of life. We always have time to listen,
zuzuhören.
we always have time for our friends, and we appreciate life. Even though one might get the impression that Sibuyan is at the end of the world, the infrastructure is moving ahead. Satellite dishes are commonly used for television, and up to 70 channels can be received. Telephones are no problem either. Satellite phones are now so affordable that everybody has one installed. Internet is available as well. At the moment, a diesel-operated plant is producing the island's electricity. Just like in Europe, the Philippines uses 220 volts. An advanced project is a development of a modern hydropower plant. Drinking water is not a problem. Depending on where you live, the water is provided by rivers, out of tanks, or from your own well. Shopping is easy too. Some merchants will come and deliver the groceries directly to your house. Other supplies are available at the market.
This one, 9 pesos.
In the early morning, fresh fish can be bought from the fishermen on the beach. A 92-kilometer-long road surrounds the entire island. It leads along the sea, past fields, over bridges, some adventurous, through little villages, and through riverbeds, depending on the season, sometimes dry, sometimes wet. Mary the Queen provides a comfortable passage from Manila to Sibuyan. There is also a charter service for small planes. And in the near future, there are plans to develop the landing strip so that the regular service with bigger planes can be offered. I visited Sibuyan for the first time in 1995 because my wife was born here. Back then, I bought a 4-hectare large beach property and placed an advertisement in a newspaper that said, "Searching for nice neighbors." The response was so overwhelming that we are now already developing the 4th beach lot. And in my opinion, Sibuyan is the only island in the world where it is possible for a person with an average income to build a house directly on a palm beach. Filipinos are very friendly. They will approach you and ask curious questions. Even though many don't own a lot, they always have a smile to give. There is a saying too, the Philippines are the islands of smiles. And when they wave at you, it is sincere. They always have time for a friendly greeting. Most Filipinos earn their living with fishing. Handicraft, and agriculture. Coconuts, mangoes, bananas, and of course, rice. Another very positive factor is that the Philippines is a Christian country. So, there are hardly any religious barriers. Most Filipinos speak English. Even if your English is poor, you can get along fine with sign language. And the simpler the English is, the easier the communication gets.
I have already been living here on Sibuyan for 3 years. I like the surrounding, I like the climate, and most of all, I like the people. If I had gone to the senior citizens' home 3 years ago, I'd certainly be dead by now. I spared myself this fate by coming here. The medical care on Sibuyan is very good thanks to the hospital. Here, I have employees who take care of me. I decide what I want to eat and drink and when I want to get up in the morning. Here on Sibuyan, I am the boss. I built my house next to the sea because I wanted it to be an oasis of peacefulness and tranquility.
The biggest advantage of having a beach property is the view. You can look far out to the horizon and nothing blocks the view. We have always dreamed of owning a house on the beach.
Am Meer zu haben.
The materials which we use for construction can all be found in the surrounding area. Marble is abundant on the neighboring island of Romblon. The wood comes from our own forests. The roofs are made of leaves from the nipa palm tree. With these, the temperature inside the houses always stays cool. In comparison to Europe, the costs of construction are reasonable, if not to say extremely inexpensive. One of the really nice things about building in the Philippines is that there are hardly any regulations concerning construction. This means that you can build your house just the way you dreamed of it. For someone who wants to leave the stress and hectic urban lifestyle behind, for those who treasure peace and quiet, and those who love unspoiled nature, the ideal setting can be found here in the magnificent environment of Sibuyan Island.